Hello fellow YouTubers, this is Yuto Moses here for my 6th DVD and Blu-ray update. Now, I've moved to a different spot in my room because of how I moved everything around in my room, and the lighting's kind of dark where my couch is, so that's pretty much my reason. Don't know if that matters to you, but let's begin. First one I got is Talk to Her, the Oscar-winning foreign film, which is about two best friends who have a great friendship with each other through the years, who are trying to take care of their wives, who they both happen to be in a coma. I found this at a pawn shop for a very cheap price, and just thought I'd get it because I found out about it on IMDb's Top 250s list when it used to be on there, and haven't got a chance to watch it yet, but I'm very enthusiastic to watch it, so that's all I gotta say about that. Next one is Miami Blues, starring Alec Baldwin as a criminal who got out of prison planning to make a fresh start in Miami, only just to impersonate as a cop and start robbing innocent people, and then he gets an obsessive real cop on his tail and trying to take him down. This is a pretty underrated thriller for me, and just thought I'd get that just because it is. That, and because I saw some naked pics of Jennifer Jason Leigh in this movie on the computer. And that's another reason why I bought this, because motion picture always does better justice for it than just pictures of her. Next one is Waitress, starring Kerry Russell as a waitress for a diner who's really good at baking pies, and so she's planning to win this pie making contest so that she would win the $20,000 to open up her own diner or pie shop, whatever, and to run away with this other guy played by Nathan Fillion, who you best know him as Malcolm Reynolds from the TV show Firefly. And that's pretty much the reason why I got this, so let's move on. Next one is A Prairie Home Company, which is an ensemble cast about a reporter played by Lindsay Lohan, who's trying to record the stories of all the country folks who were involved with the theater stage work, and how they explain that this is going to be the last show and all of that. Pretty much I like some of these ensemble cast movies because it focuses not just on one main actor, but several others, and that's what makes these kinds of movies interesting. But I can't help thinking about Lindsay Lohan without not thinking about Robot Chicken, because that's the first thing I think of whenever I think of the name Lindsay Lohan come out of anyone's mouth.
A second, I have some requests. I want a big trailer, and I want a trailer in my trailer, and my dog needs an assistant dog. What?
Next one, It Could Happen to You, starring Nicolas Cage and Bridget Fonda in this romantic comedy about the nicest guy in the world, not to mention he's a cop, who gives a waitress a lotto ticket as a tip when he didn't have any money on him left. And when the winning numbers came up, it turns out that he won $4 million on it, and he decided to give half of it to the waitress for part of the tip as part of a deal when he didn't have any money on him left, apparently. And then, when his wife, played by Rosie Perez, finds out that they've both been giving money away generously to people, she decides to get all of it for herself back. Now, I just like these simple romantic comedies, and this one is pretty much written as a fairy tale, how it was narrated and how it ended and all that. And I think it's an alright movie to watch if you really want to download it or catch it on TV sometime. And it does appear on TV kind of frequently now. Next one is Vanishing Point. And a lot of people had been saying that this movie is the greatest car chase to ever been filmed, where a man is trying to get from Denver, I believe, to San Francisco in 15 hours while he's being chased by a bunch of weirdos. And there had been a reference that I've heard from this movie in Death Proof, the one directed by Quentin Tarantino, and that just made me curious what it was like. And I'm going to watch this Saturday and give my opinion on it on my picks of the week, so stay tuned for that. Now on to the Blu-rays. First one I got is The Social Network. Now, like it says on the price tag, I've got it for $17 used. I know, but I'm really not in the crowd with this one. And even though I may not like it as everyone else, I do like all the special features on here. You have a couple of audio commentary tracks, a feature-length documentary, and some other bells and whistles for it. And I like the cover and look of this. It looks like a Criterion movie. And another reason why I bought this is because the Oscars were coming up, and I bought this before they announced the winners, and I was surprised that it didn't win Best Picture, but instead The King's Speech, which I'm kind of glad for because this movie's kind of overblown by what a lot of people had been saying about it and the predictions. So, yeah, I won't judge you if you got this movie because I have. Next one is Pleasantville on Blu-ray, starring Tobey Maguire and Reese Witherspoon, where they play brother and sister who ends up breaking the remote control to the TV, and out of nowhere a repairman comes in, giving them a universal remote which will allow them to go into any TV show they click the channel to. And they happen to end up into Tobey Maguire's favorite TV show, which is this black and white 50s sitcom. And so they have to play the characters that was featured in that TV show for a period of time. And as that continued on, they seem to screw it up and start changing everything that was black and white into color. Now, when I heard about the title Pleasantville, I didn't know what to expect, but at the long run, I really enjoyed it. And I didn't know that it would be something like that. And this was directed by the same guy who made Seabiscuit, which also stars Tobey Maguire. There really isn't much special features to this, just the same stuff that you would get on DVD, but the picture is a lot better on here, so get it either on DVD or Blu-ray, I don't care. Last one is Fish Tank, the Criterion edition on Blu-ray, which is about a versatile young teenager who wants to become a dancer, and she gets to know her mother's new boyfriend, of which they start to have a quaint relationship until things go really, really dark. This is the movie that I've pre-ordered because I thought the story behind it was interesting, and I'm really starting to like Michael Fassbender as an actor ever since he was in Inglourious Basterds. And the short films in here are really interesting to watch, and there's like 3 of them, and they're called Milk, Wasp, and the other one I think was called Spiral. I don't know, let me see. Actually, it was called Dog, but I would say I was pretty close. And I'm starting to collect a lot more of these Criterion movies that features short films, because I just like to watch something that's kind of smaller than over an hour, because I just don't want to sit down and watch something for 2 or 3 hours long. And I like how it goes from a simple story to such a dramatic change to its story. That's something that really interests me about these short films. And this is something that's indeed worth ordering for, or to pick up at the store if this came in yet. Either or. So, that's all for my update. Rate, comment, and subscribe, and I'll be back later. Until then, this is Utah Moses, signing out.